Hello everybody. In this video, we are going to start with Viva layout questions and we'll cover some important points regarding specific topics. And so in this video, we are starting with peripheral vascular diseases and gangrene. Let's see what is there inside. So this is the first layout 1, and it is having 5 questions regarding peripheral vascular diseases and gangrene. And these are the questions. The layout 1: what is pre-gangrene? What is gangrene? What are the signs of gangrene? Enumerate the causes of ischemia and enumerate the causes of gangrene. So one by one we will cover these questions, and some other information is also there in this video regarding this gangrene part. And these questions are usually asked whenever we are having either a short case or a long case during our exam, and other informations are also given here and in subsequent videos, and that is important for entrance exam also. Okay, so let's start with one by one. Then what is pre-gangrene? You already know this: the mail ID, the web URL, and Insta. And this is the first question: the what is pre-gangrene? Basically, pre-gangrene means if any patient is presenting to us with features suggestive of ischemia, either in the upper limb or in the lower limb or at other site in the human body. This pre-gangrene stage means at present anyhow the blood supply is maintaining the tissue alive, but soon it will be inadequate and the tissue will proceed towards a gangrene stage. So pre-gangrene means at present the blood supply is maintaining, but very soon it will be inadequate to keep the tissue alive. And usually this stage, pre-gangrene stage, it runs over towards the gangrenous stage, usually. The second question was, what is gangrene? Gangrene can be defined as the tissue death. Basically, either it is a wet gangrene or dry gangrene or any type of gangrene, the basic common problem is the lack of blood supply. Whenever blood supply is impaired due to any other, there are several causes. Whenever there is lack of blood supply, that may lead to gangrene. So we can define it like tissue death due to either a lack of blood supply or a severe uncontrolled infection. And again, just remember this severe uncontrolled infection, this again it is going to hamper the blood supply finally, right? And this gangrene affects the extremities, more commonly the toes, fingers, and limbs. Sometimes, yes, muscles and internal organs also, right? Muscles, as that is seen in gas gangrene, and internal organs just like strangulated hernia containing gangrenous small bowel segment, one of the example. So gangrene means lack of blood supply. Remember this term. right? Now, what are the signs of gangrene? You can remember the signs of gangrene by this C oblique F means clinical feature. STP usually use it as standard temperature and pressure. STP. So C stands for color change. Color initially pale, then bluish purple, and finally black. This is the usual scenario in the development of gangrene. So whenever there is color change of foot or the hand, the fingers, this is the usual pattern that is there. The pale, bluish purple, and then black. The second sign of gangrene is function loss. Then S stands for sensation loss, T stands for temperature loss, and P stands for pulsation loss. Finally, here you can see pulsation loss. Again, the blood supply is hampered and it will lead to the color change and then the loss of function of that particular limb or organ. Then, due to involvement of receptors, the nervous system, there is sensation loss and temperature loss. Next question is, enumerate the various causes of ischemia. So remember, whenever we are enumerating it, the various causes of ischemia, we can divide it into two broad groups, like the causes causing large artery occlusion, the big arteries, and the various causes that is obstructing the small arteries, so small artery occlusion. So two broad groups regarding causes of ischemia, the large artery occlusion and a small artery occlusion. In large artery occlusion, basically there are two main causes. One is acute and another one is chronic duration. In acute duration, embolism is the most common cause of large artery occlusion. And finally, this acute cause embolism will lead to wet gangrene, wet or moist type of gangrene, acute. Another major cause was the chronic. This is usually seen in patients in old age suffering from atherosclerosis, and usually this type of occlusion leads to dry gangrene. Clear? So, embolism, acute onset, wet gangrene, atherosclerosis, chronic, usually seen in old age, dry gangrene. Right? So large artery occlusion. Similarly, there are various causes of ischemia for small artery occlusion. In a small artery occlusion, we are having four different boxes here, just in order to make the things easy to memorize. So in this oval shape, just remember Buerger's disease and Raynaud's disease. Raynaud's disease usually affect the upper limb and Buerger's disease usually affect the lower limb. And both are seen, one of the common predisposing factor for both the things, both the conditions, that is smoking. And smoking is especially for Buerger's disease. And in Raynaud's is cold temperature, right? Now, next is this, just come to this box. Both are starting from E, then embolism and electric burns. Remember these causes, they are occluding the smaller vessels. Then the third box, diabetes and scleroderma, a collagen vascular disorders, the scleroderma, right? And diabetes, you already know that. And finally, the last box, you can remember the three causes in this box by TRP, various channel TRPs. So TRP, T stands for trauma, R stands for radiation, and P stands for pressure necrosis. Right? So in this slide, we are just going through 3 and 2 to 4, 3, 7, 8, 9 causes are there, and these common causes, they are going to affect the small arteries leading to ischemia. Again, Buerger's disease, Raynaud's, embolism, electric burns, diabetes, scleroderma, trauma, radiation, pressure necrosis, TRP, right? And here you can see this is a post-electric burn, small artery occlusion, this ischemia. This finger almost dry gangrene is there, this portion, post-electric burn, upper limb ischemia, one of the clinical example for your reference. And finally, enumerate the causes of gangrene. That was causes of ischemia. This is causes of gangrene. As you already know, a very common disease, this diabetes. And whenever a person is suffering from diabetes, he or she is more prone to develop this type of condition that is known as gangrene, where there is lack of blood supply. And what are the other causes of gangrene? To remember this, you just remember this diabetes first. So this is one of the important cause, diabetes. Then followed by, you all, as you know, this that a person who is suffering from diabetes, the infections are more common, eye. Then neurological, in the long run, neurological complications are more common. So neurological causes, there's infective causes. Then again, the diabetic person, they are more prone to develop cardiovascular problems, so serious problems. And finally, some physical causes are there. And last, the traumatic causes, right? So I, NC, and PT. So diabetes, we'll start with the causes of gangrene. We'll start with the diabetes, and then first one is infective. Again, if the acute onset is there, for example in carbuncle, the cancrum oris, and the post sometimes, although rare, but sometimes yes, post-operative progressive gangrene. And this post-operative progressive gangrene is usually is commonly known as Melanese gangrene. This one, post-operative progressive gangrene, is known as Melanese gangrene. Another cause of gangrene is gas gangrene. We'll cover it in the next video. Then comes the neuronal causes like syringomyelia, tabes dorsalis, peripheral neuritis, leprosy, and obviously the tubercular spine, that spine caries, leading to fracture dislocation of spine. So in all these cases, yes, patient may develop gangrene in the foot or the limbs, right? Then the third is the CVS. Again, just to remind you, the diabetic patient more prone to develop infective conditions, the neuronal conditions, neurological complications, then CVS complications, and we are just using this mnemonic to memorize all these causes. So infective, here Melanese gangrene is also there, then gas gangrene is also there in infective, the neuronal various causes I have just enumerated, the syringomyelia, tabes dorsalis, peripheral neuritis, leprosy, and spinal problems, the caries and fracture dislocation. In CVS, cardiovascular system, again the mnemonic is CVS. If there is cervical rib present in the patient, patient may develop the gangrene in the digits in the upper limb. Then V stand for vascular causes. Vascular means Buerger's and Raynaud's again. The gangrene may be because of Burgess disease and Raynaud's disease. Then S stands for senile. Senile gangrene could be there. Embolic gangrene and syphilitic gangrene. Although syphilitic gangrene is very rare nowadays, but yes, just to know this. So in this manner, CVS, cervical rib, vascular means Burgess and Raynaud's, senile, embolic, and syphilitic. So infective neuronal CVS, diabetes, and then PT. P stands for physical causes like excessive heat means burn patients, then cold, frostbite, corrosive injury, and radiation injury. All these will lead to can lead to gangrene. And finally, the trauma. Trauma could be direct trauma to the main artery, again hampering the blood supply, and indirect trauma. The tissues have been crushed, again there is impaired blood supply. So all these factors, all these causes, the basic common thing is impaired blood supply leading to gangrene. Various different types of gangrene we'll discuss very soon. So that was the layout 1, what we have discussed till now. In the next video, we are going to discuss layout 2, and these will be the questions there. What are the types of gangrene clinically? What is dry gangrene? What are the predisposing factors for dry gangrene? What is wet or moist gangrene? And what are the clinical features of wet gangrene with clinical snaps or patients? How do they present to us? So that is all for this video. Thank you. Let's meet in the second video. Till then, bye bye.